What's good? It's your boy Czar, All Rights Reserved, stopping by. Today I got a verse with you guys. I want to conversate because there was a lot of confusion dealing with the whole analogies of everything going on. Let me tell you guys something. It starts Revelation 3, verse 15 through 16. And that will be the cover if you want to see the verse. I have it posted on the cover. You don't have to go look it up. You can read what I'm saying to reference it. And I use the King James Version. And this is to educate, because I know a lot of people get up here and say things and they're like trying to combat what I'm saying. It's cool, but I'm going to tell you fact. Okay. The problem is a lot of people are lukewarm. Okay. Do you know what lukewarm is? You're not hot nor cold. God is a God of trust. He's a God of integrity. He respects a person who's hot or cold because you're making a decision. So if I'm choosing that black magic, witchcraft, all that stuff is going to be my life. He says, I don't want you to do it, but you're standing on a choice. So he can declare that that person wants to do the stuff I said not to do. So he's going to punish you for that. Now, understand, when it's cold the other way, he's like, okay, that's what you are. But when you're hot on fire for him, really pushing his way, that means you're enticing his word. You're giving it a chance and you're going to do what he says. He respects that, because that's what he told you to do. When you're cold, you're doing whatever you want to do. It's better to be in that side so you can make a choice, because then a person knows where they stand. Lukewarm is when you're in between or you're not picking a side. How many times have you heard a rapper rap about pick a side, choose a side? What would you say to a person playing in between? They're playing both sides. Everybody talks about how they don't respect that. Think of it. We are made in his image. So everything we think or do, he has a stance that he gives to us to do. So basically, he's saying if you lukewarm, you playing both sides. He ain't rocking with you either. So when you're doing what he doesn't want you to do, and when he's interpreting it to you, he doesn't like that. But when you're doing what he wants you to do, good. You're on fire for him. But if you're lukewarm, that's even worse. He said, because you can't pick a side. We as human beings have sayings we use in our music, in our life, but we don't understand God. How? You're literally acting out what God says. You're lukewarm, you're playing both sides. You're hot, you're on his team. You're cold, you're against him. He can put you on a side. Lukewarm, you lose too. So being cold, you lose. Lukewarm, you lose. Being hot is where you want to be. It's being on the side that's winning. That's the bottom line. Now, that is the verse that I'm attributing to understanding that I was trying to say, but that's not what I got on here to say. I got on here to say there was a video I've recently seen where X was talking about astral projection. That is black magic. That is not to be, that's messing with unfamiliar things, spiritual things that we as human beings under God, created by him, are not supposed to mess with. And this was the stuff I was talking about, even the jail phone call that I cannot play for you guys. But in it, he's doing an incantation. That's black magic. You're not supposed to mess with unfamiliar spirits. When you mess with that stuff, it leads you to hell. That is what it does. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Like, the thing is, people want me to talk a certain way, to react a certain way, be a certain way. The thing is, I'm objective, but I'm going to tell you truth. That's what it is. I can be objective, but I'm going to pick a side. I'm not going to sit here and just be in the middle like, like he said that and it's not true, and just act like it's the truth. No, I'm going to address what's right and what's wrong, period. There are people that don't agree, but there are people that are not, period. I'm not going to dwell on lies and dwell on things that I know are not right. Understand, I interacted with that life. I know it. These people that are doing these things, I know what happens in that life. I've been part of it. Not saying I was practicing it or a practitioner, but I understand it because I was part of that. And that's why I speak how I do, with conviction. Tell me when I got up here not speaking with conviction. Come on. I'm telling you, I understand. Period. You got to understand too and do the right things. It is not what you want to do. I'm telling you. That is not the type of things you want to be part of, because you will pay the price. Bottom line, you will. Whether you understand it or not. I'm one of the first people that can be honest with you about that. I had a lifestyle. I had things happen to me. There was a reason behind it, but I grew. He tells you when you get older, he expects you to do older things. How would you respect a grown man doing kiddie things? If you walked up and seen a grown man playing on a playground, not with a kid, but with other people's kids, would you not look at him like he crazy? That's what it's all about. If you're an adult, he wants you to act as an adult. If you're a leader, he wants you to lead. If you're a person who's going to follow, he wants you to support the leader. He wants you to pick a side, pick a status, be a person of integrity, be an honest person, a truthful person. Where does that get construed? No person likes dishonesty. No person likes a liar. But they don't get God. How don't you get it? If you like liars, you want me to lie to you, steal from you, trick you, cheat, do all type of things. Everybody calls that lame, but they don't get what God's saying. That's the bottom line. When you're playing both sides or playing the in between, you're not making a choice. So you're not choosing good or evil. You're letting it play out in front of you. You would never react like that for something that's important to you. The same way he expects of us. He wants you to act out what is right, to stand on what is right. That is why we speak like we do, with conviction, because this stuff is not right. So I question it. They get mad because I question the truth. Well, let me tell you something. The people that get mad because I'm questioning evil, questioning the truth, you're only going to lose your own blessings. You're going to lose them because you're trying to make what I'm saying wrong when it's right. So you're playing lukewarm, like what he's saying, it's wrong. But at the same time, nobody should have to see their young child go, like, listen to what I'm saying. When I'm talking about this stuff, it's right or wrong. You got to pick a side. Who are you with? Are you with the evil or are you with the right thing? Pick a side in your life. Stop being lukewarm. Nobody likes anyone who's lukewarm. You don't like a liar. You don't like a cheater. You don't like someone who's going to steal from you and lie to you. No one likes that. But they don't understand the word. They're like, oh, this Bible verse is so confusing. Then you must be confused and lukewarm because you can't make a choice. Come on now. It's obvious. Make a choice for what's right in your life. You don't want to see your child violated, but you ain't going to say nothing if someone else's child violated. Does that make sense? Come on now. This is what I'm talking about when I'm addressing these cases, when I'm addressing the fact of what happened to this young girl, when I'm addressing what's going on behind the scenes. What's right? Is it right? If someone did it to your kid, would you understand it? If it happened to someone you love, would you get it? But you don't get it because it's someone else. They want to play both sides. He tells you, Revelation 3, verse 15 to 16, you lukewarm, I spit you out of my mouth. He's telling you, if you're going to be lukewarm and play both sides, you are nothing to me. The Lord, God himself says you're nothing to me. You play both sides, you're going to pay. That's what he tells you. And these people don't get that. They continually play both sides, but then want to be understood. No, it don't work that way. It's simple. Like, people make the Bible so complicated, like it makes no sense. No, you don't want to understand it because it'll convict you. It'll show the evil you do. And they never want to address the evils they do, but they want to point out where we're wrong. At the end of the day, understand what's going on and what happened around this rapper, anybody, any of these guys. They're making choices. The choices they make bring consequences. When you guys are making choices to do wrong, it comes back to you. When you do the right thing, you're blessed. It's that simple. And right and wrong is not confusing. They make right and wrong confusing. Does that make sense? When is right and wrong confusing? Because all of you know what's right. If I steal your money, am I right? If I give you money, am I wrong? Come on, man. You got to think normal. Think as a human being. If we're created in God's image, not that we are gods. Everybody's like, I'm a god. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can perish. You're not a god. If you can get taken out of existence, you are not a god. I'm tired of hearing people say we're created in his image, not as God. I'm not a god because I'm created in his image. I'm his child, but I'm not a god. I am someone who's a child of God, not a god. Understand? Because they want to say this and say that's what Christians say. No, it's not. Read the verse. And I'm going to read that to you. If anyone's confused, say it below. I'll read the verse to you. It makes perfect sense. They make it so difficult. Learn to read, think, look at what's around you. Is it right for me to harm a child or not? Right or wrong? Come on, man. These guys act like they're confused when it comes to their sins and being addressed on them. But when it comes to them understanding something bad happening to them, they know, they understand then. Come on, yo. I'm seeing these guys talk online, the stuff they're spreading. And for spreading that type of talk, he will make you pay. For making people lukewarm, yo, you get the worst of the curses. And I'm going to talk about the curses. Did any of you even read that far? They don't even know. Like, they got stuff happening and don't even know what's happening. So I'm going to help tell you. You are accursed for you spreading bad information. For you saying, oh, we're gods, we're this. You're going to get punishment. That's a sin. You're causing other people to sin. That's your sin. And if you're speaking to thousands of people, think of how big your sin is. Sir, you're taking on the sin for like 1,000 people. Somebody got 10,000 people telling them wrong things. You're taking on 10,000 people worth of sins. What do you think? Is good going to come to you? All rights reserved.